Looking for the best pop songs to test your speakers? Look no further. We've handpicked 25 of the most iconic and sonically complex tracks from pop's extensive history, from the Beatles to Beyoncé. Pop music, as we learn, is an art form that is uniquely dependent on both commercial and artistic success, and these songs are a testament to both. So crank up the volume and see what your speakers are made of. Billie Eilish's hit song, Bad Guy, has a unique blend of genres, incorporating electropop, dance pop, pop trap, and new goth pop. The track features minimalist production, with synth bass, kick drum, finger snaps, and a pedestrian traffic light sound. The song's BPM shifts from 135 to 60 in a deconstructed meltdown towards the end. Bad Guy is a must-listen for those testing their sound system's clarity and separation. The Weeknd discusses his collaboration with Max Martin, famous for producing hits for Britney Spears, Backstreet Boys and Anna Swenson. The synth-heavy production of Blinding Lights has an 80s feel, with a drum riff reminiscent of Michael Jackson's Thriller. The Weeknd's vocal range is impressive, reaching a low F3 and high C5. In 2003, Kelis released the hit song, Milkshake. But did you know that it was originally offered to Britney Spears? The Neptunes, Pharrell Williams and Chad Hugo, gave Spears the chance to sing the catchy tune for her album In the Zone, but she rejected it. Kelis eventually recorded it and knew right away that it was a really good song. And we have to agree, with its distorted bass riff and Kelis' sultry vocals, it's hard not to love this pop and hip-hop masterpiece. In 1997, the Backstreet Boys released Everybody, Backstreet's Back, as the first single from their album of the same name. The track features a haunted house theme and a contagious dance/pop beat that perfectly showcases the group's talented voices. Fans love the parody of Thriller in the music video, and the dynamic range of the song also showcases your sound system's agility. BSB Forever. ABBA's 1976 hit Money, Money, Money was inspired by the musical Cabaret and is a thumping triumph with juicy, darker bass registers and an unrelenting disco beat. The song tests speaker mid-range chops and features the lesser-heard lower belt of Ann-Frid Frida Lindstad's vocals. It's a must-listen for fans of the iconic pop group. Mary Clayton's duet with Jagger on the Rolling Stones' Gimme Shelter is unforgettable. Recorded in the middle of the night, Clayton showed up in curlers and contributed her parts flawlessly. Her intense vocals in the chorus are a highlight, but sadly, she suffered a miscarriage soon after recording. Clayton's own version of the song is also worth a listen. Prince's hit song, When Doves Cry, is a test of speaker clarity and stereo imaging with its ominous opening guitar solo and unique sound. Not only did Prince write and compose the song after completing all the other tracks on his Purple Rain album, but he also played every instrument on the track, except for the Baroque synthesizer solo recorded by him but at a faster speed. With no bass line, the song is brilliantly unconventional and a testament to Prince's genius. Sia's hit song, Chandelier, is a standout track from her sixth album, with a reggae intro transitioning into a heavily produced electropop masterpiece about self-destruction through partying and inebriation. It's a treat for your speakers and a must-listen for music lovers. Pop music fans, get ready for a blast from the past. Remember Britney Spears' hit song, Toxic, from 2003? Well, did you know that the song was originally offered to Kylie Minogue but she rejected it? Toxic is widely considered the best single from Spears' album, In the Zone, with strong beats, drums, synths, and surf guitar sounds. But did you catch the Bhangra elements in the song? They were sampled from the 1981 Hindi classic, Tirmir Beach Main. Give it a listen and see if your speakers can handle it. Did you know Michael Jackson posed with a baby tiger for the cover of Thriller? Fun fact aside, the iconic song, Billie Jean, almost didn't make it on the album due to Quincy Jones' dislike of its heavy bass and intro. Can your speakers handle the bass line that makes this song so amazing? Legend has it, Jackson was so absorbed in writing the lyrics while driving that he failed to notice his car on fire until a motorcyclist informed him. Beyoncé's hit, Single Ladies, put a ring on it, from 2008 features oddball production from Tirius, The Dream, Nash and Christopher "Tricky" Stewart, with heavy dancehall and bounce influences, changing timing, constant hand claps, unique noises, and more. The production is remarkable and playful, but speaker quality is crucial to appreciate its many musical strands. Don't underestimate the production chops on display in this iconic hit. Journey's "Don't Stop Believin'" is known for its unique structure. The title is only mentioned in the final 50 seconds. Steve Perry's vocals stand out, while Neil Sean's guitar solo solidifies his frontman status. And despite the beloved lyrics, South Detroit doesn't actually exist. Steve Perry just liked the way it sounded. Whitney Houston's hit single, "I Wanna Dance with Somebody," was written by Boy Meets Girl and was a #1 hit in 13 countries. Critics thought the arrangement was similar to another Houston hit and a Cyndi Lauper song, but Houston's talents still shone through. Mariah Carey has praised Houston as one of the greatest voices ever. This pop classic needs no introduction, with over 12 million copies sold and chart-topping success in 20 countries. Lady Gaga's "Bad Romance" is an experimental pop offering featuring a spoken bridge, throaty chorus, German house meets techno beat, and even part of the song sung in French. Gaga aimed to ruin pop music, but instead created a sublime hit. In 1980, Phil Collins released his debut solo single, "In the Air Tonight." As the former drummer and lead singer of Genesis, Collins showcased the band's alternative sound with a somber intro and the use of a drum machine and synthesizer. The single's iconic drum fill has since been made famous by a Cadbury's Dairy Milk advertisement featuring a gorilla. In 1978, Kate Bush released her debut single, "Wuthering Heights," inspired by the novel of the same name by Emily Bronte. Bush wrote the song at just 18 years old after watching a BBC adaptation of the novel and recorded her vocal in a single take. The song's production was so flawless that engineer John Kelly regretted not making the electric guitar solo louder in the mix. Have a listen and see if you agree. In 2003, Pharrell Williams released debut solo single, "Frontin'," produced by the Neptunes. He claimed to be just a producer, but in 2006 he released an excellent album, signaling a change. The song features vocals from Jay-Z and a mix of rap segments, head-nodding bass, and silky vocals. Can your speakers handle it all? In 1980, David Bowie released "Ashes to Ashes," a song that he himself described as a 1980s nursery rhyme. The song features a blend of art rock and new wave sounds with delicate guitar synth strings and a hard-edged funk bass line. The vocal layering is almost choir-like and the lyrics were generated using Bowie's cut-up technique. Despite its unusual elements, "Ashes to Ashes" is a successful and introspective take on Bowie's Major Tom character. Pulp's hit song, "Common People," was not created on a small keyboard, but rather recorded with all 48 tracks available in a London studio. The song made its debut at the Reading Festival in 1994 and later at Glastonbury. Recording the song was a 2-week process with producer Chris Thomas. Listen to the album version for the full effect, and see if you can hear the stylophone. A tribute to the legendary Amy Winehouse and her iconic song, "Rehab." Mark Ronson's 1950s doo-wop treatment perfectly fits Winehouse's soulful voice and emotional lyrics. The song's title and lyrics reference Winehouse's resistance to going to rehab for her addiction struggles. Ronson and Winehouse's collaboration on the song was spontaneous, but it became a defining moment in music history. Let us remember Amy's incredible talent and contributions to the industry. Rest in peace, Amy Winehouse. This song used unique instruments like a conga drum, gamelan, and Yamaha synth to mimic the sound of a kalimba. It was a challenge to record because the drummer played live without a click track. They spent time finding the right groove and had to listen for half an hour to pick the best 2 bars. Despite modern technology, the drummer said nothing beats the feel of playing it live. Prepare to be transported to Africa through your speakers if they can handle it. Gautier's hit track, "Somebody That I Used to Know," was self-produced by the Belgian-Australian singer-songwriter in his parents' barn in Australia. The song features a sample of Brazilian jazz guitarist Luiz Bonfa's 1967 instrumental, as well as chord progressions, a Latin loop, percussion, flute sounds, and even the inclusion of children's nursery rhyme, Ba Ba Black Sheep, on xylophone. Gautier's skillful mixing, balancing sounds from records and his own samples, is evident in the final product. In 1984, Madonna released Like a Virgin, a pop classic that showcases her impressive vocal range and textured, high registers. The song features juicy synths and an energetic drum arrangement, and if your speakers can handle it, you'll hear a pop belt at rarely heard frequencies. A true test for any sound system. In 1986, Peter Gabriel released Sledgehammer, which blended dance rock and Memphis soul. The horn section was provided by Stax and led by Wayne Jackson, which gave it a 1960s soul feel. Along with Gabriel's lyrics, a synthesized shakuhachi, and backing vocals from P.P. Arnold, Coral, China Wine, Gordon and D. Lewis, the production from Daniel Lanois and Gabriel himself created a dynamic sound that's sure to test the capabilities of your speakers. Eurythmics' hit song, Sweet Dreams, Are Made of This, was made on a shoestring budget in a small room above a picture-framing shop. Annie Lennox and Dave Stewart used second-hand equipment, including a Movement Systems drum computer that they had to sleep over at the manufacturer's house to finish. Lennox borrowed an Oberheim synthesizer to add strings, and they used a basic microphone to record everything to a Tascam 8-track tape recorder. Despite the limitations, the song's dueling synth style became a classic.